Hey guys, this here is stingy nettle, or scientifically known as Urtica dioica. Now, you can find it growing all over the kingdom and in most places in Europe. And most people avoid it like the plague because of how it irritates the skin. And most people also don't know that it's a nutritional and medicinal powerhouse. Nettle contains a remarkably high amount of iron, even more than spinach. It is also rich in vitamins A, C, and K, as well as essential minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Now, the science behind the sting would be that it comes from a tiny hypodermic needle, and they present as minute, tiny, hollow hairs called trichomes, which are present on the stem and on the leaves. And when brushed onto the skin, the silica tip breaks off, and that then turns the hair into a tiny needle, which injects chemicals into the skin, such as histamines and formic acids, which is actually the same acids found in ant stings. Now, if you're going to eat the nettle, you need to heat it, as that will neutralize the sting completely. So once the nettles are cooked, dried, or steeped into a tea, the stinging hairs that you find here are destroyed and deactivated, which would make the plant safe and delicious to eat. My favourite way to eat them would be to steep the leaves and the stems into a tea, or adding them to a leek and potato soup, as they make quite a nice addition. Now, the sting isn't too unbearable though, as when the Romans came to Britain, they would practice stinging themselves to improve their circulation and keep warm in the cold weather. It is also a crucial plant for native wildlife here in the kingdom, as it serves as a host plant for native species such as caterpillars and beautiful butterflies like the peacock and the small tortoiseshell. So it's a very important plant here. And my last cool fact about this would be that the stems contain really strong fibres. It can be spun into a fibre and then made into a fabric that is somewhat like linen. And it has been used for centuries to make things like rope, fishing nets, and clothing. And it was even used in the German World War I uniforms, which is quite wild of a fact, really. As always, make sure you're 100% certain of your plant ID before consuming any wild edibles, and do your own research. But yeah, nettle, growing in the back of my garden, and it's a medicinal powerhouse. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks.